What is up, you marvellous mob? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing part 4 of this huge coin collection that I've bought. Now, I know this isn't for everybody, but those of you that are watching it are loving it, and I'm loving going through it too. So we're going to do the whole lot, and we're going to get back into the world coin hunts and all that good stuff. Once we've bought all this collection, logged it, stored it, shown you everything, then we can get back to adding some more world coins to our collection as well. But let's get into today's lot. We've got a nice variety of world coins. The last couple of episodes were countries where we had 3, 4, maybe 10 coins from each country. These ones are all singular coins, or maybe 2 per country. So let's get into it, no more waffling. And we're going to kick it off with the Kingdom of Jordan. Or Jordan, don't know how you actually pronounce it. And again, this lot was already flipped prior to us recording the first video. Anything else after today's video won't be flipped, so we'll be able to see it a little bit better, because although I can see it quite nicely in the flesh, on the camera with the reflection, it doesn't help us too much. But this is a 5 fils from 1962, and a low mintage on this one, just 250,000 minted. So very glad to add this to the collection. Awesome stuff. Country number 1, Jordan. Then we have Argentina next. And it's another relatively low mintage coin. There's a lot of low mintage coins today actually, and this one has a mintage of just 762,000. And for a coin minted in 1882, 90% silver, 762,000 minted in this condition, that is a pretty nice pickup, I'm sure you'd agree. 20 centavos. Lovely stuff. Next up, we've got a Cuban coin. 1952, this one. There's a 1902 date there as well. It's obviously 50-year anniversary. Not a low mintage, this one. 8.7 million minted. Yeah, I remember this one actually. When I looked this up, this I think it's a wheel from some sort of battle vehicle, and the tree has grown through it. Still there now, I think. They do look after it though. It's not just been left to fester. I think maybe even they replaced part of it, like Trigger's broom. We've got a couple of Columbian coins. Just copper nickel, these ones. That last one was silver as well. The Cuban one, 90% silver. These just copper nickel, but quite liked them anyway. Both pretty common, but from the late 19th century. Definitely worth flipping and adding to the collection. Right, what's next? We have French Guyana. Might be a bit of a tricky one to see this. And you might notice little flecks of colour in this one. And this one I've spent quite a lot of time researching. I've still not quite come to a conclusion, but it's actually made of a material called billon, which is precious metals mixed in with it. So you can almost see the flakes. It does look like gold to me, but everyone else is telling me it's probably silver, but maybe it is, maybe it is. But here we go, French Guyana, 1789, 2 sous from the reign of Louis the 16th. I think you can just about see that over this side, Louis the 16th. Not great, the dark coins and the flips on camera, so apologies for that once again. Next up, we have a Peruvian coin. I'll tell you what we'll do actually, we'll zoom in a little bit, because that helped last time, didn't it? Let's zoom in a touch. Especially for these small ones. And it's a 1904 half dinero. And again, this is a great pickup in lovely condition. Minted in 1904, 90% silver, and a mintage of just 723,000. To pick one up in that condition, that's a great pickup in my opinion. Next up, we've got another dark one, so we might struggle a little bit here. Just about make out there, it's 1/12 of a real. This was actually a new country to my collection. I didn't have a coin from here before. and this is from Paraguay. Funnily enough, actually minted in England at the Heaton Mint in Birmingham. Yeah, but there we go, Paraguay, 2.9 million minted, so not particularly scarce, but always great to add a new country to the collection. Got to try and stay ahead of Christopher Collects, he's catching me. Next up, we have a couple of South African sixpence. And again, pretty low mintage on these. This one's from 1896. 92.5% silver, 925 sterling silver, this one. And a mintage of just 205,480. So less of these exist than Kew Gardens. Reference point that we like to use when talking about mintage figures. And here's a slightly more modern sixpence, 1930. Again, some silver content here, but 80% silver. George V there. And again, a rather low mintage of just 448,267. Awesome, let's keep rolling. Next up, we have Chile, 1883, 1 decimo. And this one's not in the greatest shape, unfortunately, but it's another low mintage, 178,000 minted in this year, which is pretty low. 50% silver on this one. Lovely stuff. Another new coin to the collection here, and this is a Portuguese Patacao, or 40 rays, 1823. Just 2.6 million minted of these, not in the greatest condition, but that is a big lump of bronze. See the denomination there, 40. So yeah, there was a few of these in the collection, and I think this was the best one, so I've pulled that out. Next up, we've got a couple of coins which look a lot older than they are, still very interesting. And these are Moroccan. And correct me if I'm wrong on any of this, if anybody knows out there, because this is just what I've attempted to research, and I think these are called two phallus. And on the other side here, we do have the date, just about make out the dates there. And I think they're 1854 and 1861. But yeah, very interesting, especially this one. You can almost see how they were made, joined together. See, this side would have joined to here on another coin, and then they're obviously cut in some way. Yeah, from the mid-19th century, lovely additions to the collection. Awesome stuff. Okay, and now we have the one coin we added to our collection from Hong Kong. Again, in pretty nice condition, not bad at all. 7 million minted of these, 80% silver. 10 cents, and we of course have Queen Victoria on the obverse. Another great addition to the collection. Next up, we have one Finnish coin, 5 pennier from 1866. And again, this is a fairly low mintage, 2.5 million, not as low as these ones in the 100,000s. And there we see the symbol or the monogram for Alexander II, the A there, and a 2 at the bottom. Now here we go. Can you identify this one? It's a half a real, 1/2. Very pleased to add this to my collection. Lovely condition, nice colouring on it as well. And it's a Saudi Arabian half real with a mintage under 1 million, just 950,000 minted, 91.7% silver, from 1935. Great addition to the collection. And this one during the reign of King Abdul Aziz bin Abdul Rahman. Lovely coins. Let's keep going. Now this one was another new country, and it wasn't even a Commonwealth that I was aware of, to be honest. History needing some work. This is from the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. Minted in 1779. Not in the best condition, but not too bad. Can make out some of the words, the legend. Can see the portrait there. You can see what it is. And just 507,000 minted of these. So for a coin 350 years old, that's pretty good going. It's 1 Trojak, which is the equivalent to 1/10 of a zloty. Excellent stuff. Next up, much more modern, though not really in the grand scheme of things. Excuse me. It's a 1944 25 centimes. Great shape on this, isn't it? Very interesting. Unique, as far as I know. I've not seen anything else quite like this. And this is an Ethiopian coin, 25 centimes. Of course, Haile Selassie there. Lovely, lovely stuff. And the lion on the other side. Awesome. Next up was yet another new country to the collection. And this is New Caledonia. From 1952, a 5 francs. And this side of this one is just lovely. Again, fairly modern coin, 1952. But look at the bird there. The Kagu bird. 5 francs. I think it is aluminium, very, very light. But a great design. You see there, Nouvelle Caledonia, New Caledonia. Lovely jubbly. Okay, what's next? We have a 1 cent from Mauritius, 1883. Queen Victoria on the obverse. Quite nice condition again, this one. Probably one of my favourites of the lot because, again, this has a very low mintage of just 500,000. Apologies, I lost you there. Camera battery full. Rookie mistake. I was supposed to delete some stuff and didn't. Apologies, guys, but we are back. And there's that Mauritius 1 cent with Queen Victoria. Lovely, lovely coin. 500,000 minted. Lovely stuff. Next up, Sierra Leone. Big old coin here. Not silver, though it does come in silver. But the Cooper nickel version this, but still a very low mintage of just 103,000. 1 Leone. 10-year anniversary of the Bank of Sierra Leone. Lovely stuff. Next up we have 3 kind of penny tokens from the early 1800s, late 1700s. Not in good condition at all, unfortunately. Can maybe just make out the horse in the centre there. I think it says one copper penny, this one. And this is Birmingham and South Wales. Then we have, you can see a bit more detail on this one. The rolling mills at Walthamstow. That's what it says. 1 penny. This is 1812, this one I think. British Copper Company. And the mining works at Landor. That's what it says on the right there. Lovely stuff. And then finally, from 1787, I think that's a Druid there. You can just about make him out. Again, not the best condition. And this is an Anglesey penny token from the Paris mines. Excellent. Something a bit different for sure. Not world coins, but certainly something a bit different. I didn't have any of those 3 before either. Back to the world coins. We have 5 of those. I'm not going to say it. 1908. Not bad condition at all, is it? Nice portrait there. 90% silver. That's King Francis Joseph. And a miniature of just 1.7 million. So I bet you don't see these in this condition too often. 90% silver. We have a 4p from 1943 from British Guyana. And again, this is a great addition to the collection. King George VI there, of course. And a mintage of just 240,000. So again, another absurdly low mintage coin finding its way into my collection. We've got two that I don't really know a lot about, and you do see these around a fair bit. I had a bit of help from the guys on Discord dating these. 1821 to 23, that one on the left, and 1887 to 98 on the right. And these are Chinese cash coins. They've used these similar designs for centuries. Very slight differences between them to identify them. Very tricky work if you don't know what you're doing. So yeah, definitely reach out for some help if you're looking to identify some of these. I needed to. Okay, a few more bits left to go, and they're not coins. They're all tokens, or yeah, tokens pretty much. And this is a 1p model token. And this is during the time where the Royal Mint were looking at resizing the coins due to having these huge copper coins. This wasn't actually made by the Royal Mint though, made by Birmingham medalist Joseph Moore. But they did put them into circulation quite heavily, and the public thought they were Royal Mint issues and really liked them, so much so that the Royal Mint had to issue a statement to say that they were actually nothing to do with them. And most of the ones you'll find do have a copper nickel centre, but obviously the idea was to have a silver centre and a copper outer ring. Never fully took off, not until 1997, I suppose, when we got our bimetallic £2. Yeah, excellent stuff. Something I'd love added to the collection as well. And you can pick these up for not too much money. They're quite readily available out there, so definitely add one to your collection if you like it. Next up is a token or gaming counter you'll see quite often. It says to Hanover. A few different dates I think on them. This one's 1837. Always Queen Victoria, of course, on the obverse. And these are a kind of a jab at the fact that though Queen Victoria was crowned queen, she couldn't be the King of Hanover due to Salic law. So she actually had to send the quite unpopular uncle Ernest Augustus to be the King of Hanover in her place. And it does say that some of these coins actually, or tokens, depict a monkey on the back of the horse. He was disliked so much. They were eventually made illegal in 1883, I believe, but tons and tons of these were made. I think they were pretty much used as gaming counters, but quite interesting nonetheless, and nice to pick one up in a very nice condition with a bit of lustre on it actually, so we don't mind that at all. Next up, we see a lot of fake £2 coins on the channel, unfortunately. And this is another one, much earlier than the usual ones we see though. But this is a fake of a double sovereign. Rather interesting, but I think more done as a replica rather than to try and fool somebody, because, I mean, that portrait is pretty dreadful compared to the correct one. But you never know. And of course, somebody at some point has decided to turn it into some sort of jewellery, I guess. Maybe they used this side and pretended it was a double sovereign. Cool. And the last coin or token of the whole lot, last one for episode 4. Definitely go and check out episodes 1 to 3 if you've not seen those. Here we go. It's a British Empire exhibition token or medallion, 1924, commerce and industry. And this was held in Wembley, this exhibition, and at the time was the biggest exhibition ever staged. Lasted for 10 months, cost £12 million to put on, which is a lot of money now, let alone back then. Back then, 58 countries were part of the British Empire, and only Gambia and Gibraltar didn't take part in the exhibition. So huge event, hosted over 3 massive buildings, and this is one of the tokens made to commemorate it. So yeah, another great addition to my token collection. Again, nice condition. Right, that's a lot. Try and pick yourself a favourite. Tricky, I'm sure. There's a few off camera here on the right. But yeah, some lovely stuff, I'm sure you'll agree. All going into my collection. But thanks for watching. Stay tuned, we'll have part 5 coming 6. We're going back to some other British stuff. There's some American stuff there. And there's even a nice gold coin coming up. So stay tuned for episode 5 coming soon. Go and watch 1 to 3 if you've not seen those. If you've seen all the rest of it, why don't check out some of my other videos over here, or down here. Awesome. See you later.